Singapore is facing its worst economic crisis in 60 years. On Sunday, government leaders, employers and unions held a forum to examine the issues on what's needed to stimulate the economy and create more jobs. Here are the highlights.
We are here today for a dialogue on a very serious issue: how to save jobs and at the same time create growth at a time of a global downturn. This is the most severe crisis economically that Singapore has experienced, that the world has experienced in 60 years. It's a global problem. Every country has been affected. GDP, this year we've forecast -2% to -5%. It could be worse if the global economy worsens, even less than 5%, it's possible. Retrenchments have already gone up last year in the fourth quarter, and unemployment is already creeping up. Not very high yet, but every report we get, the number goes up another few, 0.1, 0.2 percentage points. For us to come back, the rest of the world has to come back. The US has to recover, Europe has to recover, stabilize, and that's not going to happen quickly. But meanwhile, while the world is in trouble, I think we have quietly to look for opportunities ourselves, find niche areas where we are good, where we have the advantage, where there's a chance to move, and quietly go in and make progress. This is a challenge which the tripartite partners have to meet together. And we've been active. Last year, in November, we launched SPUR, the training and upgrading program, to support programs to upgrade workers' skills, make workers more employable. The government brought forward the budget by 1 month to January. It was not an ordinary budget. It was an extraordinary budget for extraordinary times. We implemented a large resilience package. We tapped on the past reserves. And one of the key items which we used the past reserves for was the Jobs Credit Program, which is $4.5 billion, to try our best to save jobs, to keep companies viable. The workers are already benefiting from the Jobs Credit Scheme. Companies are using it for different things. Some to upgrade the workers and to make themselves more competitive. Some are sharing the jobs credit with the workers, either avoiding wage cuts or giving workers a small wage increase where this is justified. Some are deferring retrenchment, or if they already have retrenchment plans and it cannot be helped, they are trying their best and they have adjusted their plans and reduced the number of workers who have to be retrenched. And some companies are using it to compete for additional business. So I think the budget has been something very important in our response to this crisis. But despite all of these measures, we have to be prepared for a very difficult year ahead. Over the next 4 or 5 years, if you can get 2-3% growth, I think that's not bad. 3-4% growth, I would say we are lucky. The next 2 quarters will be especially tough, and let's fasten seat belts. Through the resilience package, through SPUR and jobs credit, the government is doing our best to buffer Singapore and Singaporeans from the problems. Because we have these schemes and we have reacted like this, so we have avoided, so far, the massive job losses already being seen in some other countries. Question is, as the downturn bites deeper, what can we do about it? What more? I would say a few things. Firstly, more programs to help unemployed workers to find jobs. We will scale up further. We will expand the capacity. We will make sure that if people need training and are willing to go for training, we will have it available to help them. Secondly, we will do more for the middle income, for the PMETs, the professionals, managements, executives, and technical jobs. We will help the PMETs more, and the new scheme which they have worked out to help the middle income PMETs is called the PSP, Professional Skills Program. So we have right now got programs for conversion from one profession to another, but we don't have programs for upgrading within the same profession. So we will now introduce programs to upgrade people within the same profession, within the same industry. One more thing which the government has regularly requested to do, but we have not done, particularly in a downturn like this, is to send back foreign workers, chase them out, keep the jobs for Singaporeans. We haven't done it because we think this is the wrong thing, it's going to do harm to us, to ourselves. The right thing to do is to make Singaporeans more employable. With SPUR, with jobs credit, reduce the cost of hiring the Singaporean, give them more skills so they can be more productive, and make sure the Singaporean is keen to learn, to contribute, to work, to be valuable to the employer. Then the employers want you. Then we will have jobs in Singapore. So everybody's got to work together to pull us through this. The multinationals believe in Asia's long-term growth, and they want to be part of this growth. And they look around Asia and they say, in Singapore, if we are present in Singapore, when the region picks up, we can pick up with the region. We will be using Singapore to do business in the region. So, even now in the downturn, quietly, we are getting investments come into Singapore.